Tutti Frutti! We're going to be doom scrolling Twitter. Toxic Max Keiser has posted everything goes to zero against Bitcoin. Awesome. This is Max Keiser out here. Everything goes to zero against Bitcoin. Man, remember friends, Max Keiser called for $100,000 Bitcoin when it was just $1 and $10 on his show Public, man. So all those years ago. He's also got into a bit of a tiff because, you know, Richard Hart wanted to debate him and then Max Keiser didn't reply, waited for the SEC to go after Richard, then he replies years later. And then in that like bout of karma, the US government cuts Max Keiser's Russian Times news show with him and Stacey, basically cut the legs. So it was like kind of like karma coming back out to him to get him and get him. Also, friends, when it comes to this, remember something interesting too. He gave, I think, a gift of like 8,000 Bitcoin to Alex Jones back in like 2011 or 12 on a laptop, and then Alex Jones lost the laptop. Some people say that, you know, maybe Alex really has it. Maybe not. Maybe he actually did lose it because, oh man, it's kind of wild out here. Man, it's crazy. I think Alex Jones, he commented about that as well. He says like he's so deep state, he's scared of the deep state and stuff out here. So he was like really, really scared that maybe it's like a secret government project and someone was trying to blackmail him and frame him. It's interesting, right? So he got gifted literally 8,000 Bitcoin back then. He thought it was like some sort of, I don't know what to do with it. I wonder if there's coins that we know of right now, which are gifted and just cheap. Here we have a post here from Mr. Kaito. Bonk Guy is paying your crush to not tell you she's in love with you, by the way. Don't want a FUD, but just looking out. I don't even know what that references specifically to, but Bonk, friends, remember Bonk Guy. Bonk Guy is UniPCS. He's a guy, he made like, you know, 10, 20, 30 million, I think, longing Bonk on leverage or something. I think he's still holding it long. He's still holding it long. And he's been a big proponent of the Solana, the new JPEG token launcher, which is the Bonk Fund one. Remember, Bonk Fund, Bonk Launchpad, it took 80% market share from Pump Fund. And it's meant to be like, oh, by the people, for the people. But what I've shown you is if the ratios don't go up on the charts, which you basically just see it from the SPI. You just look at soy. If you look at soy ETH, the fact that it's still weak, it's showing you that there's been a bleed out. So what's happening is, see, there's no money coming in already. So people are like, oh no, I've got to change casino. Now they're here. If this thing continues to like stay down here and then eventually go down against Ethereum, it's pretty much showing you everything I've said is like, unfortunately, they could never turn the boat around, which is they can't get new people into the trenches casino. Because everybody's here, like I say, friends, I've been sucking on the toes of the LA Vape Cabal. And they're like, yes, yes. Oh, by the way, one of you asked me as well, where does, so I mean, how come there's all these toe sucking reference and toe sniffing? It's kind of funny. It's been so long, man. It's been like it's been like, how's long been, friends? A year or something? There's a video made by Queen. This is an AI video, okay? It's LA Vape Cabal. LA Vape Cabal. It's gold. It's like a big LA house, and it's just it's a vaping everywhere. Smoking. Los Angeles. Now, where it all comes from, there's a scene here which is complete. It caught me off guard. It literally, for some reason, they just start sniffing each other's feet. Okay, I don't know how they got AI to do this.
Smoking. Wait. So we just snipe it first, tell everyone it's the future, and then we just dump on these idiots.
Yes, Mr. Ross.
It's literally free money. It's like when your mom gives you lunch money, but instead of buying lunch, you sell your lunch to the autistic kid for double the price. And then when that kid tries to sell it again, boom, that's when we move on to another school and do it again.
So, it's funny, friends. You know, Adin, the guy whose feet's getting snifty. So this is one of the LA Vape Cabal. So this is Adin. What ends up happening is Adin gets betrayed. He's being betrayed right now. So his audience was used. So what happened is the drain, the money starts circling the drain down. So the ratio is peaked. The ratio is now going down. And this was the guy, friend. This is FaZe, some dude. Well, he's like, I think he's like one of the leaders. He's like a full-on just sociopath. He's just like, you can tell he's got no empathy, right? He dumped $2.8 million of his token on Adin and his whole community. He literally so they're turning on each other. You know what I mean? And I don't like. I'm showing you this because it's funny. Okay, it's funny. It's not. Don't let your blood boil at any of these because someone was gonna do it. You know what I mean? But why we all end up discovering all these nasty stuff is because. Do you remember Gaden Davis, friends? The guy who was caught max extracting this guy, right? The guy who was caught max extracting from Libra, right? What ends up happening is man, look at this is my life's work, right? The poop pyramid. In my poop pyramid, I show you the market maker. It turns out, so the exchange is insider, right? And then they have their market makers delegated, yeah? But Hayden here, he messed up. In Libra, he took so much money for himself. But what he did, this is what happened. They were all conniving on each other. He was not told the full picture. So basically what he did is he was meant to take a certain portion and let the other insiders win. He didn't. He took everything for himself and everyone lost. And then it was a full-on pump and dump grift, okay? So the Solana influencer cabals, not all of them won. And most of them lost money. A lot of them lost like 100 grand, 50 grand because they thought they were going to be able to dump on everybody else, right? But they get grifted. And then they go out to the Twitter and the Twitch and they go, oh man, something bad was happening. This is weird. And then because they just spoke too much, because they all just figured slimy, right? Because they spoke too much. And then people start uncovering. They go, wait, whoa. Forget what happened now. Because these LA Vape Cabal, they're like, because they think, oh, I lost money, so I'm going to go tell you the truth and you're going to trust me. But then everyone's like, whoa. How'd you make that money in the first place? Wait, you're in a secret grip? What? You have these launches beforehand? Huh? You've been making money for a year dumping on us? And everyone out there outside Solana is like, yes, how do you think it's not happening that way? And everyone's like, no, I love sniffing feet. So the unraveling all of that was just, it was amazing to see. It's crazy. So remember Hayden Davis, he got caught in WhatsApp saying, yeah, fellas, we are trying to max extract on this one. Okay, so that's what it is when they ask him, hey, why'd you do it? He goes, oh, there's a key part in his Coffee Zeal interview. He goes, look. He goes, I had to take it. And they go, why'd you have to take it? In terms of like, why'd you have to snipe all of it? Take it all. He goes, oh, because there's this other account. There's these other accounts on there. If I don't take it, they take it. Then people ended up digging and they go, who are these other accounts? And they end up tracing them back to the exchange itself. So the exchange gets these different market makers, everybody. That's why, hence my poop pyramid. And who's the bottom of the poop pyramid? The people. So there you go, man. And that's why you see, friends, everything's turning on each other. All right? Until money goes somewhere else. And then we're going to start it all over again. But it might not be in a meme coin thing. It might be something else. I have this post here that I made, friends. I just can't believe it's real. It's Hex with a buy and a sell here. Jim Rat Crypto. Thank God you're waking up, brother. The truth will set you free. So no, friends. Everyone, they missed the point of the post. There's a little B up here. This guy bought at 1.2 cents and then he sells for a 25% loss like 6 hours later. That's why I'm saying I can't believe someone buys after all this time being down and he just takes a 25% loss. That's what I'm saying. Not the fact that everything's been waiting to go up forever. Here you have Andrew Forte. Kaito Season 2 airdrop allegedly happening on the August 20th. I forgot what Kaito is, AI and social media stuff out here, whatever, man. Like, good luck to everyone. I hope everyone does great out here. Here you have TraderMayne with FartCoin, range lows doing with 12-hour chart. FartCoin seems to be one of those chosen funny meme stuff out here, but yeah, man, it's there's one of that, and then like how many of other stuff are just not going to make it. He had more Jim Rat Crypto. Remember when Richard Schuler said he's never given anyone a bad deal? Check my last YouTube comment. Richard Hart doesn't let anyone win. And if you do, he'll find a way to claw it back. I retired after buying Hex in 2019. I sacrificed $450,000 for Pulse. Biggest mistake I ever made. Tomorrow, I go back to work as a security guard. Well, Patrick, here's the thing, man. I'm not here to blame anyone. I'm not here to do that. Okay, I don't care about that. I have answers. You guys want answers? I have answers. I can't speak for anybody. I'll just tell you right now. No one controls this business cycle, bro. No one. PMI is the worst in 45 years. If we were following past cycles, PMI would have been down for 10 months, by the way, 10 to 12 months, which means we would have been rallying in the Bitcoin halvening year. And then, so basically, where we stopped rallying last year, March, we peaked. Yeah. If it was a normal cycle, we would have had a 3 to 6 month period of going up, but we didn't. We had just one. It pops up, basically 2 months. February, March stops. Yeah. If it was like the other halvening years, you would have had, you know, another 2 to 3 months going up, but we didn't. We stopped and then we dropped 85% from there. So, and here we are, by the way, even in this year, we still haven't recovered up. So that explains why everything has been rubbish, okay? The truth is you buy any coin, you would have been wrecked, okay? And then obviously what people will say is they go, oh no, but I will now cherry pick BNB and dare I say cherry pick a bit of Solana. Okay, dude, there's 2 out of 500 coins. You've cherry picked 2 coins. For the most part, we're all like that in that same situation. And we're just waiting for everything to turn the other way. We thought it'd be up by now, but it's not. Some Chad just swept Solana MBS with 2 cool monies here, a skeleton and an alien. So Magic, this is on Magic Eden. This is, yeah, more NFTs. Are NFTs going to make a comeback somewhere? Yeah, maybe, but just like DeFi season 2020, man. Yeah, altcoins came back, but it's not the 2017 altcoins. It was entirely new ones. You have RHMax saying, the next PulseChain debate will be tomorrow at rhmax.tv. Will I remain undefeated? That's gold. He's just having fun. So out of curiosity, could you do a poll on our debate? It would be interesting to see if it was how it was received by the community. I hope you're joking. I hope that's a tongue-in-cheek joke because I listened to... Remember, Bud Friends was on behalf of Peter. Bud, amazing interview. Bud spoke well and just he laid out every single thing. He gave you 9 out of 10 answers. The only thing he can't answer for you is what's going on inside Richard's heart's head. But, friends, I love his all. I just want to show you how funny this looks. But because, yeah, friends, I'm here for... I want to have fun too, okay? I'm here to have fun while winning. I just want to show you, bro. This is the chart you're defending and saying, I win. This is the chart. Okay, friends, we've literally... This is Hex chart. You're literally saying, guess what? This thing is down 99.4%. Like, you understand how funny that looks, Dave? Yeah. I know it's cheap. I'm just telling you, like, that's the reality of the situation is, like, anyone defending that chart, you automatically lose. So I'm just telling you, bro. Like, how much closer to zero do you want to get? Like, no, still good. It's kind of funny. And what I mean by that, friends, like we're just trying to open everyone's mind to what's going on here. Things are being done differently. You know what, man? Some people in pDAI community, they've said, hey, look at the Hex chart. Obviously, Richard onboarded the wrong people. That's what some people say. They go, look around all the people. He onboarded the wrong personality type. Yeah, maybe that's why he's doing things differently. You know, I thought of that too. I actually mentioned that at the end of last year. Maybe, but I didn't know. But I'm not saying the first community was good or bad. It is what it is. Okay, is this an evolution or is it just expanding the state? I'd be like, you know, he doesn't have conversations with anyone, but it is something to think about. It's kind of funny. So, RHMax, I did not do a poll for any of the debates. Feel free. I have a feeling the pDAI community will be overrepresented in any poll. But Mr. RHMax, bro, here are the facts. The market cap of Hex by itself is 1.2 billion. The core coins, they're about 3 billion. Okay, market cap. pDAI is only 200 million market cap. Like, how's pDAI overrepresented? It's only 8% of PulseChain core coin store value. 8%. Pretty much, it's only got 8% approval rate on the chain. That's wild. Less than 10%. Let's round it up to 10%. It's only got 10% approval rate. So how could it be overrepresented? Like, you literally outnumber pDAI community. If you're a core coin holder, you outnumber pDAI community 10 to 1. So for every one pDAI person who likes it, there's literally 9 or 10 people. There's 10 people who don't like it. So yeah, it's funny. It's fun. That's why, friends. That's why you have to see it's a cult within a cult. We'll see how it plays out. Remember, it's up 2,000% since the gravestone emoji. Check this out, Jason Wild. Every time you think you finally figured out the UAP phenomenon, you haven't. That's the game. The moment you land on a good theory, aliens, black ops, breakaway tech, time travelers, it slips through your fingers. Very, very true. Makes me more bullish on crypto, friends, as I told you. When I started digging deeper into UFO stuff, after a while, when it just hit me one day, I'm like, wait a minute. You're telling me there's an infinite black hole of money piled in because the upside reward is so big, it's world domination. So think about this, friends. If you're a government and you have an army, and if you solve this anti-gravity stuff, yeah, what's your upside if you master the UFO tech? Literally world domination. It's asymmetric. Yeah, it's literally asymmetric upside. But what governments are doing is they're sucking away their population's power through the money printer without you knowing. See, you would literally imagine, friends, they came out and said, guess what? We're going to tax you 10% every year to research anti-gravity tech. The population will revolt overnight. They go, what do you mean, bro? You've been telling us this doesn't exist for 70 years. Now you want to tax us for it? Truck you, bro. We're starving. That's what they'd say. So the government doesn't do that. They go, shh, let's print money. Catherine Fitz said 21 trillion has been missing in the tornado cash equivalent. They go, let's print money. Let's get the scientists. Let's keep building in the background. Let's keep the population. Not everyone's allowed to know this. Why? Because this is the real reason why as well, friends. Like, actually, I don't know the reason why, but I'm just guessing. If you let China and Russia and every other government know that this is possible, do you really want to risk them working on it? You don't. You know what I mean? You want to master it first. So they have to keep printing money. That's why I relate this back to crypto, friend. That's why, in my eyes, we're destined for higher, man. They're going to keep printing these currency units. As long as the population stays asleep, they're just going to keep printing these units, and they're not going to know what hit them. And they roll this out like every 5 years. Oh, we've made a new breaking new technology. We've discovered this. It's all planned, bro. It's all planned. So some people get it, some people don't. The good thing is, right, with crypto, you don't have to wait too long for your portfolio to go up priced in USD, okay, in the grand scheme of things. And then, you know, people are going to, yeah, man, if anyone ever interviews me later on, I really got to be careful with what I say. Because right now, I'm not on the radar. No one cares. And if we make it too big, yeah, there will be a point I can't go out onto a stage of people saying, guess what, bro? Earth's not ours. Reptilian, lizard, and like, oh, by the way, this is the tornado cash. This is how the government actually does it. I'm not coming out. That's basically putting a target on my own head. I'm going to be like, listen, man, you either get it or you don't. You watch OG videos of your friend Somi. And by the way, it doesn't even matter. It all comes down to buying low and selling high anyway. So who cares if you like, you know, all these conspiracy, it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like, you got to bet on it through a proxy or by being long crypto. LibertySwap Finance, welcome to direct buy pressure. Tomorrow we will list more pump tires. So there was some controversy because they started talking about a meme coin called Peacock. Okay, and a lot of people got upset. Well, not upset. They're like, man, we thought you were like going to be an infrastructure thing, and now there's like shilling of meme coin, and it's just it, and no one knows what's going on, right? Let's just let it play out, friends. I mean, there's shit coins everywhere, bro. There's shit coins everywhere. Friends, it could be a shakeout from Richard himself. Okay, like if we're discussing the possibilities that, you know, he comes out and FUDs the crap out of it himself, this could be another thing to shake people out. So we'll see. Or it could just be someone profiteering from it. Right? It could be that. So, you know, I don't know. Ultimately, I can't make all the decisions for everyone. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and I'm holding. And if it goes to zero again for the third time, well, it is what it is. Wireless. For whatever reason, companies seem to think it is optimal to have their own campaigns talking about supposed orchestrated FUD against them, even when that's not the reality. It's weird. Do they think it makes them look brave for fighting an imaginary enemy? Interesting thing to think about. Oh, there's a FUD campaign. Yeah, it feels like you're playing defense and stuff. People want to see strength. No one wants to see, oh, but we don't live in that world anymore, man. That's wokey, gender bender. Yeah, that's Joe Biden era. You know what I mean? Now we're in a Trump era. Of course, controlled by the same lizards, but it's different now. Now we've the pendulum swung. People want to like see people show strength, okay? And that's a bit of a psychological, you know, analysis, some Dr. Philling, if you will. Dr. Phil on what the population likes to see. Just this stuff swings, by the way. You know, it eventually goes too far, and then people want to go back to being peacetime. They're like, hey, man, we're sick of that fighting stuff. You guys keep fighting, you get nowhere. Just go back to being peaceful. You know, the pendulum swings. We've just had too much of that let's do nothing part. Now Trump comes in. He's like a representation of the people. Yeah, strong man, strong man. Eventually that goes too far, though. You know, we're not there yet, though. We'll wait. Check this out. Weekends and summer are great for yapping. So yapping, friends, I think it's referencing. I think they always try this as social media with crypto. They're trying to get everybody to create value using our social media network stuff, which is like talking to each other and our attention. Basically, they're trying to monetize the attention. It's tough, man. It's tough because the competition is so fierce, right? And then people just move and they dump their airdrops. People dump their tokens as KOLs. You can't trust them, right? Like I say, man, if you're gonna build any tool in crypto, people are building the wrong tools, man. Okay, they're building the wrong tools. They're trying to build stuff. Oh, how do I trap people in my token? I know that's what they're trying to do. Basically, in a nutshell, you should be building stuff that caters for cults and neo-religions. Okay, now you might say what that is. I don't know, man. Start thinking. Thinking, what does a cult need? Right? I'll give you an example. Dex Screener. Yeah, oh, you like your token? You want a description? Mr. Cult Group, Neo-Religion? Guess what? You have to pay me to get listed on the Dex Screener description, which is exactly what happens, right? Like here, friends. Here's pDAI. You have to pay Dex Screener to get this description here because everyone's here. Yeah? I'm sure, friends, what happens is when Dex Screener's money slows down, they're probably going to release like a premium page for the token where you have like you remove ads and it looks clean and you can't see any other advertisement, and it's a nice, maybe there's like a yellow gold emblem here and you look like an elite level boss or something from World of Warcraft. Do you know what I mean? I'm showing you that's what people should be doing, because that's what crypto is, getting these network effects up like that. And you got to think of other things like it's about like managing and boosting community and showing everyone that you're present. It's like, remember the metaverse, friends? What we thought the metaverse was going to be was everyone's joining some metaverse through the internet, and every community is going to like say build their own tower or pay for advertisement inside, Decentraland and stuff out here. But it didn't happen, right? Because you've got to step outside of the existing networks into that game network, which we didn't do. Now, instead, it's just like everyone's stuck on Twitter and no one wants to leave because they're all talking to each other. So we're the network. That's why all these social media things are happening. That's why you're seeing a lot of these yap about Vader coin. I think that's what happens, man. If you yap about these and you get more mind share. So if you keep talking about something, they give you like higher airdrops of your token. But yeah, it is what it is. Here's TraderMayne. Less creators should launch coins. Almost no one should launch a coin, let alone creators who want to learn crypto. So he's replying to Ben Pasternak. More creators would launch a coin if they knew how easy it is to launch one. Ha ha ha. In terms of like, more. If you just saw, basically in a nutshell, he's basically saying there's a lot of degenerates out there who will just take a punt just because. So what he's saying is, you can still come and rinse them. Like I said, friends, it comes back down to the cult stuff. How committed are you? What does the market want to see? Until eventually it gets gamified, right? If there was a formula of what a community wants to see, remember, friends, back in the day, you just needed a website. Yeah, because no one had the website. If you got a website and, now you got a Dex Screener description, they're like standard stuff. So what's been happening is to show that the community coin is serious, it requires more investment at the start. People want to invest in stuff with like the minimal viable investment. You know what I mean? Logo, pictures, community. Yeah, so if you can find a way to gamify that, that'll be great. But then eventually you're going to get maybe a mania out of the next big improvement we make. And then you're going to get grifters. What they'll do is they just spend up to the minimum amount of investment required. Like, we need to pay for the Dex Screener, the upgraded banner, this group, we've got to host one Twitter Spaces, and then we get like a 10 million market cap. They just keep doing that until the buyers run out. And then they rinse and repeat until the next season. Check this out. Tiger. If you're trying to correlate prior cycles and fractals to today's environment, I'd shift your thinking to higher for longer with narrower standard deviations in Bitcoin. Meme coins remain only to pure play in expressing hyper gambling and moving along the risk curve in markets versus traditional altcoins. They're also just in meme coins, okay? So basically, of course, what he's saying is, he goes, look, if you believe this time is different, you should shift towards Bitcoin going up for longer with lower volatility. Okay, that's what they're saying. This is the thing though, man. It already has been going on for the longest period of time. Okay, and you can measure that by the 6-month candle. This is actual statistically, okay? Bitcoin, look at this. You have never had a period of time where Bitcoin goes up for 6 months, right? More than 5 candles. 1, 2, 3. This is 4. This is said to be 6-month candles, right? This is 4. Okay. What about here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you had a red one. You see that? Red here. What about in, this is why we got scammed so hard in our 2020 and 2021 cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it was over by the end of the year. See that? So this candle opens in January of 2022. So you had 4. Look what we're on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, we're still printing a green right now. We have not closed. Okay, we will close this by December this year. Okay, so we will close it by December this year. If this closes like, no, you know what, here's the thing, friends. It doesn't even matter the number. Like, it can close at 120, 130. I'm hoping it closes at 200. I really hope we close at 200. And yeah, statistically, we can say, hey, man, we didn't diminish and we run for the longest period of time ever right now. Then obviously people are going to say, how long is a piece of string? Because they go, oh, we think we're going for another year or two. That's what we're going to have to watch the exotic top signals for. I'm still your friend. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.